Hi, this is John with Bank Account Bonus Central, and today's video is all about how I got approved for the Robinhood Gold Card in record time. Well, I don't know if it's actually record time, but I did get approved for this card. It's a card that a lot of people like, and it's one that I just got in the mail today. Here is the unboxing of the card. So you have the logo on the top, and then you have the card on the inside. It's a really interesting card because there is no name on the front, and there's no card numbers on here at all. So this is a card that a lot of people want, and I'm trying to figure out if I found a way to get the algorithm to like me, because there's a lot of people who want this card, and not many people have it for whatever reason. So how I got approved for the Robinhood Gold Card, and how you can as well, hopefully. All right, so quick disclaimer before we jump in. So I'm a customer of Robinhood. I'm not affiliated or endorsed by them. This is my own personal review for informational purposes only. The information in this video is current as the time of recording. These videos are not short, but definitely are very profitable. Use this information at your own risk. This is called fishing and not catching, and as is everything in life, your mileage may vary. So, brand new, if you're new to this channel, my name is John with Bank Account Bonus Central. I am all about making money off of banks, which includes brokerages and credit cards, and sometimes those things overlap, like this Robinhood Gold Card. Quote by Warren Buffett, absolutely love. It's been haunting me since the summertime. I'm a high school math teacher, looking to get out of being a high school math teacher. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So, how I plan on retiring is through high yield ETFs. Some of them pay on Monday, some pay on Tuesday, some on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have 3 of these days already where I'm making over $100 per week. If you're interested in that, link to that video is right there. And then another one is SoFi Bank. Absolutely love SoFi. There's a double stack bonus. One of these bonuses is for direct deposits. The other is for a personal loan bonus. One thing I did want to mention is that I believe I may have found an interesting way to trigger the direct deposit portion of this double stack bonus. It's not something I care to share in a video. If you're interested, you can email me at churningadventures@gmail.com, and I'll share with you what I found. Link to that video is right there. All right, so my story with Robinhood starts with Chase Bank. Long story short, I found out the hard way. There's the Inc. Premier card, which pays an unlimited 2.5%, unlimited, if you spend $5,000 or more. But if you make too much money off of them, they will shut you down. I was spending between $100,000 to $160,000 per month on that Inc. Premier, which means I was making between $2,500 and $4,000 per month tax-free in Chase points, and Chase shut me down. Link to that video right there. It's got the full story, what happened. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. So I was looking for alternatives, and everybody keeps saying to me, hey, the Robinhood card, get the Robinhood card, get the Robinhood card, or you put 100 grand into Merrill and you can get the 2.62 unlimited Bank of America. The 1.5x card becomes over 2.6%. So, well, then I started actually playing with the Robinhood app, and buddy of mine, Alan, told me to get into it. So how I get into the gold card? I was like, well, sure, because he got the card. I was like, all right, let's see what's going on. So 3% cash back across the board. It's definitely better than the Bank of America card. It's definitely better than the Inc. Premier card. That's right, 3% cash back on all categories. So apply now. So it's the only credit card you'll ever need, and it's exclusively for Robinhood Gold members. 3% cash back on all categories. I'll make a separate video on why that little asterisk is there. And no annual fee. Sure, there's no annual fee, but you do have to have Robinhood Gold membership, which is $50 per year, which the Inc. Premier was $195 per year. So spending $50 a year is no big deal at all. And it's got a lot of neat perks: trip interruption protection, purchase security, auto rental, collision damage waiver. One thing I did learn, I'll share my story on that really, really briefly. So I was called to jury duty a few years ago. Somebody rented a car. They declined the insurance. They did not use a credit card that had the waiver protection, and they wrecked the car. and they got sued by the car rental company. I don't even remember which one it was, but it was one of the big ones. Judge asked who would not be able to render a fair verdict. I was the first one to raise my hand and said, I find that guy incompetent of not being able to use a credit card that's got the auto rental protection. Extended warranty, return protection, zero liability, Visa signature concierge service, which I have no idea what that is, never used it, travel and emergency assistance, and roadside dispatch. So it's got some neat perks for a no annual fee card. One thing that's really neat about them is virtual cards. So one time you can request one-time use numbers. So that's pretty neat as well. Add card holders of every age, of any age, so everyone can build credit. And I guess that's the dad, that's the mom, that's the kid, and I guess they want the cat to build credit or something. I don't know why they would have the cat in here to build credit. I can understand the human people, but the cat, I don't know. Maybe that's how Robinhood rolls. All right, so here is the card. Here is the card. So earn more than ever, reserve your spot. There's a waiting list. There's been a waiting list. So I asked the Googles how many people are on the Robinhood Gold Card wait list, and this is what it said. There's 3 million people on the Gold Card wait list, only 200,000 cards issued as of March 2025, indicating significant demand for this product. Well, wait list, that's a lot since March. I mean, I get it, we're in September, but I don't think they got too many cards out since then, so there is that. So I have 3 friends who already had the card. What did they have in common? Because I'm trying to figure out how do you get in friendly with the algorithm so you can get approved, because humans don't decide who gets the card. It's an algorithm somewhere. So first friend, Alan, he put in over $2,000 per month in his account. He's got a lot of money in there with them. Not me. I mean, I'm not saying I don't invest. I do have money in other accounts. I'm starting to build positions in Robinhood, but that's definitely not me. That's not why I got approved. Here's what I put in myself. So, and it went up $216. Yay. So, not bad. We're in an everything bubble, and it's not hard to make money. So, that's not me. Second one, Buddy Anderson. He's been with Robinhood for years and years and years. Also, not me. I'm new to them. For fair notice, I have brokerage accounts with SoFi, Ally, MooMoo, Fidelity, Takes a Trade Stash, and now Robinhood. So I'm not a one brokerage type of guy. Each one has different purposes. So I do talk a lot about different brokerages here. I am here in Robinhood since June 9th. That's when I got my Berkshire B stock. I was talking to Alan. He's like, hey, I asked him, hey, do you have a referral link? He's like, yeah, of course. I said, only sign up if you give me Berkshire stocks. I've always wanted Berkshire stock, but never bought any. And sure enough, I got one little tiny piece of Berkshire. And that's when it settled in. So I'm since June. So I've not been, so from June to September. So June, July, August, September, 4 months and some change. So I got friends who they've been on this waiting list for a year and a half. So here is finally what you're waiting for, how I got approved in record time. So as I said, humans don't choose out of 3 million people who on the wait list who gets the card. Well, a algorithm does. And have I figured out how to get through the algorithm? Maybe. So first thing you want to do is you want to use the referral for one of the people who already has the card. I use my buddy Alan's referral. He already has the card. So I think that may have something to do with it. So here is my referral code. You can clearly see I got the card. So join.robinhood.com/John C -08318CFB. Why CFB? Why not CFB? QR code for your convenience. Also link in the description box down below. Or you could always email me at churningadventures@gmail.com and I'll be more than happy to share that with you. So if you use my referral code, you can get between $5 and we'll both get between $5 and $200 worth of fractional shares. Most likely it's going to be $5. Second thing, Berkshire Hathaway. I chose Berkshire stock. Why? Well, I don't know. Did that do anything special? Maybe. I got the card. So that's the second thing I did. And since I got it in June, my $5 stock went up almost 10%, which is really nice. Definitely do approve of that. Yeah, so gains. Gotta love gains. And then number 3, this is the thing I think that really triggered the whole thing, was aggressively take full advantage of the $1,000 in the free margin and then some. So we'll talk about margin, what that is. So if you go into the Robinhood app, you go to settings, margin investing, enabled. So when you have the Robinhood Gold, which is $50 a year, you get free $1,000 of margin, which basically means you get $1,000 to invest for free. So every time I saw anything on margin that I had, and the more you put in, the more they give you on margin. So I took advantage of the margin and then a little bit more than that. So obviously that's more than 1,000, but I was taking that rather aggressively. So here's my full portfolio of Robinhood. So 67% is what I put in equity, and the rest of it. So basically, for what you put in, you can get half of that in margin. So when I got the $1,000 in margin, I put it all into something I felt was safe, which is Roundhill Weekly Pay Universe ETF. So this is a fund of funds, which they invest in a bunch of their weekly pay. And this one does pay weekly. It pays on Wednesdays. So basically, I got the free $1,000, and then it showed I kept putting more and more in. So I kept getting additional margin, and whenever you have to have at least $1 in there. So anytime I had anything in there more than $1, I just got more and more and more shares. Just spend up that margin as fast as I could, and I guess that really made the algorithm like the type of behavior, and I think that's one of the 3 things that triggered it. So right now I have a whopping 25 cents in margin, but as soon as I get $1, then I can add more to that. So market value has gone up. Yay. Went up $56. Average cost is 52. And yeah, that's all margin right there. So then I got the text message that it was my turn to apply. This happened last week. I don't remember what day, but it was 8:42 a.m. I was sitting in my classroom. I saw this, like, oh, I got to apply. PLTW, that's another one. I love getting these notifications when stuff you're invested into, goes up. That's Weekly Pay or in Palantir. You get the notifications on your watch, and it's like, yay, something good. You always appreciate good news. Or they also send the notifications for dividends. And since I have a lot of dividend payers in both Robinhood and SoFi, I keep getting notifications on the watch. So that's a fun thing. So as I mentioned, I joined in June 9th. My payment methods for the Robinhood Gold $50 a year is Gold Card, and next billing date is October 10th. And another thing you notice, this is the Robinhood app, is when you get the approved for the card, it no longer has the card here saying, hey, you're on the wait list. So yay for that. So another thing I wanted to mention is they give you 2 options. The first one is, hey, they can ship it to you for free. It's going to take a few extra days, or you can pay $15 for shipping. I paid the $15 for shipping, but if you look on the app, there's a separate app. There's one Robinhood app for investing, and the second Robinhood app is for the card. So I have 2 Robinhood apps. The Robinhood app for the card, which you have to download to use for the card, you get your numbers instantly on there. So don't waste the $15. Just have it shipped to you, snail mail. So Robinhood Invest and the credit card have separate apps. So once again, if you're interested, number 1, use somebody's referral who already has the card. So here's my referral link, QR code, link in the description box down below, or you can always email me at churningadventures@gmail.com. Bank account bonus central verdict. Robinhood Gold credit cards, one of the tougher credit cards to get. Hopefully what I shared with you will help you get approved. Hopefully. So I have comments off for these videos, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, you could always email me at churningadventures@gmail.com. And we can continue the conversation there. Today's question, how many gods are there really? Because we're made for 2 things. We were made to worship, and we're made for fellowship. People worship all sorts of things. So here's what Isaiah 45, 6 and 7 says, that they may know from the rising of the sun to its setting. So basically, all around the world, that there is none besides me. I am the Lord and there's no other. God claims superiority. It says, I form the light and create darkness. That's an interesting scripture because science still has no clue. If you look in the night sky, what makes that night sky dark? They have no clue. God here himself takes credit for creating the darkness. I make peace and create calamity. I, the Lord, do all these things. So there is that. Additional information, how to follow Jesus, gotquestions.org, link in the description box down below if you're interested. Still here with me, definitely appreciate that. Like the video if you appreciate profitable content on a consistent basis. Share this with anybody who would be able to benefit from it. Subscribe with bell notifications so you could be amongst the first to learn about such profitable opportunities. And with that, look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace, and may God bless you.